Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a message called Supple. We introduce you to no-neediness, no needs of any kind. As you truly are, this is how you are. As all truly are, this is how they are. You perceive needs. You think you need. You think they need, and this is okay. This is a time when thoughts about needs can float to the surface, be exposed, and be released. The world cannot supply what you think you need. It seems to, and here is the trick. You will notice thoughts about extraction, about extracting from the world or from a person what you think you want and need. You will notice thoughts about others, and you will notice that you believe that others are trying to extract specific things from persons or from the world. This is good to notice. The temptation in the next moment will be to judge the thought, to judge a separate one you call you or someone else. We give you a replacement for the temptation. Come to us immediately. Go to Jesus immediately. It doesn't matter where you go, for we are the same, and we are in everyone. Just set the thought down and admit that you don't really know the first thing about it. Ask to be guided from here, and all will be made plain and clear and easy. You can talk about the thought with a trusted friend, for we are in everyone, and we are activated in everyone as you are willing to see it. Soon everyone becomes your trusted friend, no exceptions. You learn how to appreciate and feel safe with the trusted friend in everyone. You know the trusted friend is always here and now, and you have the eyes to see it, the ears to hear it. If you stop looking upon the world and persons as a source of supply, you will find your experiences becoming supple. You are held and carried by something that is not world or persons, and you have always been held and carried by this. What holds and carries you, it is what the world has always been underneath your projections. It is what the persons have always been under your projections. You are safe now. You are held. You are carried now. When you believe otherwise, it is only because you are looking upon your projections. It is okay. This moment when you find you are gazing upon your projections, help is here. Just ask to see clearly and truly. Ask to be given the sight of our extensions, and bask in the appreciation that the extensions come from everyone without exception. When you see extensions, everyone is the gift giver. Everyone is blessed. There are never any exceptions, and that is your safety. That is the source of relaxation. You are learning to stop looking upon the world and persons as a source of supply. All supply is here and now and available to all equally. As you remember this, your experiences become supple, not rigid. As you allow the experience to become supple, then you will see that suppleness in and as everyone that you call else. It's impossible for you to separate anyone out as rigid when you are willing to see the extension of all that we are through them. So carry this with you today. When you find you have come into the rigid, into the projection, you can feel this. The supple is here to help you see what is the same, beaming through everyone and everything. Okay, I just stopped for a minute to help my kids, and I'm finding where I was. I'm probably backing up a little bit. but more or less, here's where we are. You are learning to stop looking upon the world and persons as a source of supply. All supply is here and now and available to all equally. As you remember this, your experiences become supple, not rigid. As you allow the experience to become supple, then you will see that suppleness in and as everyone that you call else. It's impossible for you to separate anyone out as rigid when you are willing to see the extension of all that we are through them. And if you hear music in the background, it's coming from my daughter's phone. Okay, anyhow. So carry this with you today. When you find you have come into the rigid, into the projection, you can feel this. The supple is here to help you see what is the same, beaming through everyone and everything. The supple helps you see, and you feel safe in that sameness with no threat anywhere. Just ask to see. If you look out upon a world and you think there is one who is not you, who is rigid, help is here. You're just valuing a meaningless surface, which is an indicator that you are clinging to rigidity for protection. When you think they are rigid, you are clinging to the rigidity of the perception of separate self. The perception of separate self in you or other, it's a fascination, a hypnotism. And whether you feel positive or negative from the looking upon it, you feel an edge there. When you feel the edge, the temptation comes to quickly project that edge out upon another. You worry about them, or you are suspicious of them. Okay, just a second. I'm going to pause and I'll come back. Okay, you might hear children playing in the background. You worry about them, or you are suspicious of them, or you allow yourself to see the downright viciousness the ego would direct to something that seems to be outside. It's not you. Look at this. I am worried. I am suspicious. It's not really you. It's something you have allowed to be superimposed upon what you actually are. He is worried. He is suspicious. It's not really that other. It's just something you have allowed to be superimposed upon what they really are. What they really are is what you really are. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, more than 1 second. Vi and B are here with me and they want a chance to say hi into the microphone. Go ahead.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. They're going to be here right next to me as I finish. And I have to find where I was. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to start here. It's probably close. It's not really that other. It's something you have allowed to be superimposed upon what they really are. What they really are is what you really are.
Funny.
You are safe in this, always, and in all ways. So let's go back. You seem to be looking upon a separate you or a separate other. You have already said yes to ego's invitation, and that's okay. You seem to be looking upon a separate one, and you feel that edge. It is never ever a deficiency or superiority in that other. It is never ever a deficiency or superiority in you. Separately, in comparison, neither one of you actually exists. Together, prior to any possibility of comparison, You exist, now and always. When you feel that edge, you recognize that you have said yes to ego's invitation. Ego can only invite, it can't force. Go to what is prior to ego's invitation. It is always here, waiting patiently, shining. Go to what is prior to ego's invitation and rest in the simplicity of willingness. You will begin to prefer the simplicity of willingness to anything you ever thought the edge could give you. Resting in the simplicity of willingness, you feel gratitude for every encounter you seem to have in thought or in the physical, which is also a thought, with all those you call other. You see how harmless they are, so you see how harmless you are. We rest in the harmlessness with you and all, always. At the end, I say thanks for listening. Do you want to say thanks for listening?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. You can say it.
I don't want to anymore.
Okay. You can skip.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.